Hey everyone, Frank here. Glad you could join us. This week we've got a special guest, Nick, and he's got quite a bit of experience rock climbing, so he's got a bunch of his own equipment. Glad to have someone come along that can carry some of the ropes. You know, we're going pretty deep into this mine, so we've got to take 4 bags of ropes with us. And he'll show us some tricks and stuff, and we'll learn a little bit more about what it takes to get into some of these deep mines with ropes.
Running out and the user life age streets infected and crawled in the slime. The neon nightmare is about to unwind.
Alright, so we're here with Nick today, and we're going down this shaft above the Union Mine. We tried to get up to the bottom, but it didn't work too well. I figured I was just a weenie, and the expert here is going to show me how that's done and climb up the real steep wall like a fly, but it didn't happen.
Nope.
I guess I'm not as terrible of a rock climber as I thought.
No, you're doing fine.
Well, it's good to have Nick here. He can give me a few pointers so I can learn a little bit more. Internet has its limitations. You can learn just enough to get yourself into trouble sometimes.
Teach you all the wrong ways of doing things.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I'd learn enough bad habits of my own. I don't need to look up anything.
You want me to just go up to the...
Yeah, you can just go to the left there and just kind of continue on down there. And then you can just bring the rope down that way and whatever. Make it up as you go along. Yeah, nice to have a little company on these expeditions there, because you can bring in a lot more rope. So we got 4 lengths of rope today, so it's pretty easy. We got a couple guys to handle all the rope. And Nick's got something called a gree-gree, which is a little different than my Petzl rig. That's probably more common. But, I know the rig seems to work a little better. I guess as long as you can come down without falling, that's all it's got to do. Okay, so we're kind of down where there's a big wall they built here, and the reason they did that is they want all this ore to go down this way, or it's probably waste rock, I suppose, because this was I think this is a ventilation shaft they built here. So there's a big wall here, and then so the ore would have went in behind that wall. But there's there's a mine level here. There's a big stope here. So look at that ladder, and yeah, it goes way up there. But we're not going to be going up that ladder. Nick thinks it looks a little sketchy. Look at this. Yeah, this is pretty cool here. This is the way that I was down here before. So Nick's just going to come past this obstruction, and we're going to go down and have a look at this passageway. This is over top of where we were before. There's an easier way to get down here, which we'll be taking, but probably get a good shot looking down here. Barking spiders, yeah. Yeah, there's an easier way to get down there, which we will be taking, but not even that steep, but there's a level just below this, eh? It actually wouldn't be bad going down there, it's not really steep, but then you might slide over that way. You're better off going that way, it's way easier. But the level continues. You guys almost forced in our breaths of water. The level continues this way here. There's a rope laying here. Looks like a cross-cut level here. Yeah, there's a ladder, I trust. That's because of my fall, you're only falling 3 feet. You'll go ahead.
No, thanks.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, no problem. I
You know, if we break our legs, not a big deal, but these cameras are pretty expensive. You know? Well, you wouldn't be much fun hauling you out of here if you busted your leg. Yeah, so this is a mine level. It goes down. So this is the top of the stope here. This part. We're going to be down there. There's a, below that, there's a level there. So this is the top of that big stope. As far up as the ore went in this part. Across to there. This mine is really famous for all kinds of really cool stalls and a lot of carpenter work. There's a lot of wood in here. I don't know where this goes here. Nope, this is going to end here. There's a little pot there. Somebody must have made themselves a little lunch.
Calcified right to the ground.
Calcified right to the ground. I won't kick because they're going to ruin it, but it looks like a teapot or something and a shovel. Oh, and then there's an ore pass going down. Huh. That doesn't even look that steep. That's not bad. With a nice rope and everything. I'm not going to go for too much of a ride here. Yeah, these ladders look in good shape. It's not like you trust them. Oh yeah, we were down. We were going to be down right at that level there. I was down at that level the other day. If we continue the way we're going, we'll be right at the bottom. There's a level right there. We'll be right there. And then there's more levels that go down. We'll be able to look up here and see this ladder and you think, crazy to go up there. But we were already there, so. And I wonder if this is just going to go. Looks like a big drop off there though. That just goes a little ways. Doesn't look that steep. Well, I think the loose part of it doesn't look that steep. Once you get off that edge, you probably want to slide down there. So probably shouldn't go down there.
Nope.
We'll just stay up here. Probably be okay, but there's no reason to go down there. I'll just be looking at a big hole and we'll be down there soon enough anyhow.
That's rope spring, isn't it?
Yeah, might have been some geologists doing some work or something in here. I think that poly rope lasts a long time. It could be from the 70s for a while. Could be pretty old. There's a lot easier ways of getting down there than that ladder though. Ahead of Nick here a little bit. We'll see where he's up to. Where he's at. There's a lot of wood here that's falling down from all those workings up there. Not really dangerous, but you're climbing down that big rigging tangle and stuff. If something falls, it's gonna hurt.
You got that rope?
No, I just got the camera here. We'll just go for a walk here. Or you could even leave it there. We'll go for a little tour of this level here. Steep there. We'll probably end up going down there next. Pretty rotten there. There we go. I think I've been here before, but I'm not positively sure, but we'll have a look. I believe Oh, we're not on the highway to hell, but the destination seems to be the same. You say, Nick, I think you're a smarter rock climber than I am because you always let me go first.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just kind of pull you over this way?
That's what you pull off.
Not very far this way, but a little. Okay. I got you the one hand on the camera.
A little bit of slack there.
Okay. Yeah, pull a couple things out of it if you want. Have a look. See if you can find anything. A big fat rat or something maybe. Looks like she's kind of a pretty damp level. Upside down box. There's probably not likely to be much of anything in there.
No live dynamite.
I haven't seen much in this, you know. Usually you only see like a stick or two here and there. Yeah, she's pretty rotten. A little exploratory, yeah. No date on them? No.
The dates are all chipped off the corners.
Yeah. It's not that usual to find a date. Sometimes you find them. Yeah. So we'll carry on. Doesn't look that steep. We're just waiting for my climbing partner Nick, because this is a real cool level that we found. So yeah, it wasn't too crazy coming down here. It was kind of an ore pass. Looked like there was maybe a manway here. There's the chute on this side, and a manway on their side. So Nick's got the Greek. He's not having much trouble coming down here. Yeah, it's easier to slide over this way, then you don't have to go straight down the cliff. That's what I did anyways. So. Yeah, there's all kinds of freaking levels here. There's a railway here. Going this way here, there's two railways going this way and three going this other way. So it's a pretty cool area in here. So. Like I say, it's just so much easier and safer having these ropes. You know, this isn't crazy steep or something. It's not even stressful, really. You got the equipment, you have the confidence in it. A whole bunch of graffiti here. Oh, 1933. Which was the big year when they done the big explorer here. They had lots of exploration in 1933 here.
41.
See, that looks fresher. It is from 41.
Yeah.
And 33 is a little more faded. Yeah. Well, they didn't find any gold here. I didn't see any sacks of gold on the way in either. Oh, this is another path here. There's all kinds of little exploration tunnels in here. So we found something really cool in here. Hey, look at this your coffee can. Oh, they must like their coffee back then. Look at the size of that freaking thing. Big Bend. Ooh, that'd look nice in the museum.
Big 4 blend.
Yeah, nice shape, eh? Not bad.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, so we got another pass going down here. Oh yeah, she's a steep bastard too. Oh, anyone down there? That goes down there, isn't it?
Send a shovel down.
I think that's connected to that one we're looking at maybe, eh? Going up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be the same one for sure.
this looks like a major dump, you know. I think that's a big, probably the main ore pass going down. I don't think I want to be going down there with the rope, eh?
No.
Looks like a pretty long trip. Yeah, New York here. I wonder what this was. It's some kind of, oh, just a piece of wood. It's pretty fragile.
Cool to save. I've never seen one like that.
Yeah.
Biggest
Big
coffee
four.
bucket I've ever seen.
Brains coffee. Braids coffee.
There's a seat there, drink this coffee on.
So I'm thinking going the other way it must be a pretty major level in here.
Gotta be.
We just went to the left, and there's a whole bunch more to the right. So we'll just leave that there, we'll see what we can find. This is where we came down. We only got one more rope left, so we only have one more place we can go down, and then we'll be out of rope. Uh-oh. Looks like we got a bit of a cave in here. Hope we can get around it. Let's see. Oh, it looks like we can get around that. Oh yeah, no problem. You want to go ahead of me there? Maybe I can get up there. Should be alright. Looks good. A little skinny, eh? Not too bad. I don't see no tracks in here, eh? Oh, another. Lots of dynamite boxes. Oh yeah, we can probably continue on the same. So this was the main level, eh? Just got caved in here because a bunch of these works. Oh, that's neat. I'm not going to go up too far, but a little bit. Oh, remember when I was looking down there and I said that there's another level there? That's right there as we were coming down.
Yeah.
So it might even be easier for us to go back that way and just catch the rope on the way up. Is there anything ahead of you we can have a look at?
It heads down to that way down here.
Lots of explosive boxes in this mine, eh? Oh yeah, so I might as well, you go that way and I'll go this way? Yeah, so kind of joined up, so there must have been quite a bit of ore in here because they wouldn't have done this otherwise. And all the ore is gone, so I'm sure it all went down this big ore pass. Oh yeah.
The ore chute here.
That's an old ore chute too. So this would have been, this is part of the original part of the mine when it first got started, I'm sure. Doesn't look like a very big deposit though. It must have been really soft because of the way they put the stalls and everything in here. But they got all the gold out of here, so.
Oh, it's good and flat again.
Yeah. Oh, there'll be more stopes in here. Just it was so soft there, it just crumbled in, eh? Well, this is the last place we have to check out, so it could go for a long ways or for a short ways. That's the exciting thing about these mines, you just never know what you might find when you come around the next corner. We're winding back and forth through this oh, we have another branch here. The railway tracks have been gone. Might end, but we got to go to the right. Yeah, probably better if you go ahead. It's better to have something in the picture. More graffiti, numbers. Nice and cool down here. When we first came in, it was pretty hot, eh?
Yeah.
Just beautiful temperature here. Now look at the size of the drill in here, eh? They drove some big drills in here. Looks like we might be running out of mine here, huh?
And it goes down the bend.
Oh, good. They all got to end sometime. Look at that stuff, eh? It looks just like snow, but it's not, eh? Some kind of crystals or something. I don't think I'd try it with my coffee, though.
It's good. Sugar.
I bet you it'd be more salty than sugary, but I wouldn't want to try.
It's all fluff and then that's the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're finding all kinds of explosive boxes. Looks like some kind of a tool or something. Piece of square tube or something. Square rod. So we're hoping this goes anyways, because this is the last branch we have to check out. So that's it. It's as far down we can get to this side. Oh, well, this one. Oh, there's a bunch of, there's an ore pass going down here. Ooh, it looks pretty nasty. It goes like straight down too. I don't think we'll be going down there. No, I've never been to this level. This is a huge mine though. Well, you keep finding more and more levels, and it's no surprise you find new levels. It's like Phoenix. So here's see all those dots on the ribs there?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that, eh? Looks pretty well constructed too up there. Looks really solid. Yeah, there's this really big one. Wow. This is really going in a lot of directions. I don't know how extensive any of it will be, but here's the main level here. Fairly dry on this part too. Well, we might be running out of mine here pretty quick on this side. Well, that'll be the end here. There's two different ways that this works. There's one kind of configuration you have for going down, one for going up. So what we're going to do is just kind of cheat. We're going to stick this right here, because we're going to use it in a minute. Usually you stick it on your belt. We're not going to go very far, and then we're going to go back up. So, yeah, this is the going down. These got a little bit more length than this, but yeah, I think I need a little more light. Camera doesn't like too much light. Okay, so we're down here just basically straight down here. So we're just going to show you the configuration, how we change over for going ascending. So we just take our hand ascender here, clips onto the line like so. Now you should have a safety from here onto your rope, so if you let go of your ascender, you got one more thing holding you on, but you don't really need it because the rope here, what we do is have a pulley here. So we run the rope through this pulley, and it's hooked onto the hand ascender. So that's hooked onto the back of the Petzl rig. So now you just go like that and you pull up with your hand, and you pull this down at the same time. So then that just so that just comes through this hand ascender. So it works really well. So you got your feet, you just kind of push back with your feet. See, it's a good thing about that helmet because it keeps hitting my head on rocks. Then you just work your way up. It works just fine. We're going up, you know, small little thing like that. As long as your rope is tied on securely. Did alright. So that's as far as we got in this mine. We can't get up any further down. It went down about 30 feet straight down this horseshoe, and it went down at an angle, totally plugged. So that's as far as we can get in this section. We still have some levels of this mine we haven't explored because there's a ladder that goes up in the bottom of the mine that goes way up. It's rotted, and we've never found the top of that ladder. So, but there's so many passageways and stuff in this mine. You're never going to find everything. So you find what you can with safe, and then the rest is unexplored territory. So your neck's done a pretty nice job rigging this up here. Keep us safe, you know, you never want to trust any of these rotten timbers, so he's got two of them. Let the loads equal on each. And then we've got some boards and stuff, so we don't have the rope getting you know, damaged on any sharp rock or anything like that. So yeah, if you're going up a moderate slope, it's pretty good using that. Grab that rope. And we're going to do the switch over with the greedy. They're a little bit different than the Petzl rig. Kind of a lighter sport model, I guess, and the Petzl rig is more of a commercial, heavy-duty thing. So sometimes it's nice to have things a little lighter, but
more of a climbing device.
They do take a long time to get off rope. I notice mine comes off pretty quick. Oh, that's my center there, isn't it? Did I leave it on there? Be careful, it'll lead me down here.
There we go.
That's a Petzl product too, yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Is that my center or no?
Nope.
No,
Me,
nope, it isn't, no.
me, you, same.
Yeah. Same color. Look at all that colorful rig in there. It looked like you'd be in a gay pride parade or something.
Okay. Up, up, up.
Yeah, I'll see. Watch how the pros do it here, huh? Mixed on lots of rock climbing. All I ever do is going in and out of mines, but same principle. What size of rope do you usually use in that gree-gree?
8, 9 mil.
Oh yeah, yeah, this is 11, so
Sport climbing.
yeah. Yeah, the Petzl needs 11, or 10 and a half to 11. It won't take that light stuff.
Yeah. Well, we use it just for belaying mostly, so
Yeah.
it still bites and you can let people down easy.
That's how you do it, right? So we only got one little steep part left to go. And then it's pretty easy going up there. We're on our last rope here, so there's the, you can see there's the knot right there. We're tying the 2 ropes together. And there's the very last part we got to climb up. So. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the trip with me and Nick to the Union Mine, and we'll see you next week on Exploring Abandoned Mines.
Talk, cut to the chase. Time's running out, and they're using life